Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In one of our previous videos, we talked about the pattern materials. If you haven't checked it out, click the link in the description below. Do you guys know that patterns have different dimensions when compared to the final product? Do you know the reason for it? Well, you'll get the answer in this video. We all know that casting is a long process, don't we? During this process, there are changes in the dimensions and structures of the castings because of several reasons. To compensate for such changes and obtain a final product with the required dimensions and structure, allowances are made in the pattern. An allowance is the deviation of the exact dimension from the theoretical dimension that we required. This deviation in dimensions is used to compensate for the losses during a process and hence obtain a product with the required dimensions. Let's talk about them in detail. As you might know, all metals except bismuth shrink when they cool down. When the metal is in molten state, it has higher interatomic vibrations. These vibrations start to decrease as the molten metal cools down and solidifies, which causes it to shrink. This phenomenon is known as shrinkage, and the allowance provided to counter this phenomenon is called shrinkage allowance. As you can see in this image, the dimensions of the pattern are increased to counter the shrinkage and obtain the casting of required dimensions. Figure A represents the required shape, while B represents the shape of the pattern including the allowances. There are two types of shrinkages that we must be aware of. The first type of shrinkage is liquid shrinkage. It is a reduction in volume when the molten metal solidifies and changes its state from liquid to solid at the temperature where the molten metal has completely solidified. Now, what's the second type of shrinkage? Well, it's the solid shrinkage. When the metal loses temperature in solid state, its volume reduces. This reduction of the volume is known as solid shrinkage. While studying about shrinkage, we must note that shrinkage allowance is provided for countering solid shrinkage. But what about liquid shrinkage? Well, to counter liquid shrinkage, riser patterns are provided as shown in the image. The riser is a reservoir that is built into a metal casting mold. Also known as a feeder, its purpose is to prevent the creation of cavities formed due to liquid shrinkage. After discussing shrinkage, are you guys wondering how manufacturers know the value of shrinkage allowance to be provided? Well, they take into account several factors on which the value of shrinkage depends while manufacturing the patterns. These factors on which the value of shrinkage depends are the composition of the alloy cast, mold materials used, mold design, component size, and complexity of the pattern. Now, let's move on to the next allowance, that is, draft allowance. As we know, the pattern is removed during the mold making process to obtain the mold cavity. During this removal, the vertical faces of the pattern are in direct contact with the sand. This may cause damage to the mold cavity and result in the deformation of the final product. To counter this, draft allowance is provided to the pattern. This is done by tapering the vertical faces of the pattern below the parting line. The draft is always given as an extra layer over the pattern as shown in the image. Once the process is finished, the extra material on the final casting can be removed by machining. The next topic for today is machining allowance. As we know, the final product obtained from sand casting usually has poor surface finish and dimensional accuracy. Therefore, the final product or casting is machined to obtain a smooth surface finish and accuracy. However, there are high chances of obtaining a casting with lower dimensions than required due to excess machining. To avoid this, extra material is provided which is eventually removed during the machining process, thus providing a casting with good accuracy and surface finish. So far, we have discussed only positive allowances, in which extra dimensions are provided to the pattern. How about negative allowances? Do you guys think that it is possible? Well, of course it is. When the pattern has to be removed from the sand mold, it has to be struck all around the vertical faces to enlarge the mold cavity and facilitate its removal. Because of this, the dimensions of the final casting is larger than the required dimensions. Hence, the original dimensions of the pattern are reduced to account for this increase and to obtain a dimensionally accurate final casting. This negative allowance is known as shake allowance, and this allowance is applied only to dimensions which are parallel to the parting plane. Let's move on to the next allowance, distortion allowance. We know that the molten metal solidifies and the final casting is obtained. However, the final casting is weak after solidification and is prone to distortions. There are two known methods to avoid distortions. The first method is providing extra material to the pattern which makes up for the distortions. The second method is providing a distortion to the pattern to counter the distortions that are likely to occur. As a result, the distortions cancel each other out and a final casting with good dimensions and surface finish is obtained. Distortion amount and direction can be obtained by the hit and trial method, thus making this method time consuming. That's all for today, guys. In this video, we learned about several pattern allowances. In our upcoming videos, we'll cover more topics on casting processes. Stay tuned and stay safe. Until then, bye.